Middle, right? All right, heave ho. Y'all get to it.
How did you feel you guys performed?
Good. It was, it was a night that we said we got to go score a lot of points. We got to get these fans excited. We got to continue to feel that 2-hour weigh-in because we got some really big ones coming up here. So, we got 2 of those under our belt. I give Davidson a lot of credit for coming out. I mean, it's obvious mismatch tonight, but when you're building a program, sometime, I give Coach Carr credit in that you got to come out and feel what it's like, when you grab a top 10 team, and young teams have to do that. I remember when I first started out at Virginia Tech years ago, I was on the other side of a few of those, and those aren't fun, but they're awfully good learning experiences. And so I'm sure that's what he used it for. For us, obviously, it was just getting to execute a lot. It was about getting used to the 2-hour weigh-in, and, we've got Wisconsin, and then we've got Iowa, and then we got Vegas, all boom, boom, boom. And so I think in the next 3 weeks, we got guys that could have 10 matches under their belt in less than 3 weeks. So we're going to really kind of go into a grind here.
What did you see out of Cody Chittum in his debut?
Cody hasn't wrestled a folk-style match in probably a year and a half. It's been a long time. And he had a guy, that particular guy he had represented Puerto Rico in the World Championships this past fall. So he got their guy that has some experience at the top level. And so I thought their guy wrestled really good. I think Cody's pace showed. Sure, there's some things technically that he wants to clean up, and I think he's probably learned how folk-style refereeing is a little different than it was when he probably wrestled last time. So I like his pressure, but had a little too much pressure there. But I think there's a really good guy there, and just getting that first one, being a freshman and wrestling in a big-time environment and not having a folk-style match forever weighed on him, and I think he felt it a little bit, but we needed that.
And then Will Feldkamp was announced as a potential starter at 84 during pre-match stuff. Obviously with Caleb Helgeson, how close was Will to actually going?
He actually we did a kind of a simulated match back underneath Hilton here tonight with a 2-hour weigh-in and everything, just to get him used to it. And he dinged up his ribs a couple weeks ago, and he's been feeling really good. We just wanted to make it a little bit real today, and we'll put him back in the fold next week.
And then what was it like during and after David Carr's match? Obviously, he goes over and hugs his brother, hugs Marcus. What was that moment like for you?
Well, those guys have a long history together, and obviously David and Marcus were very close, and David and Nate, you can't get any closer. That's blood. And so, again, it was good to get Marcus back, too. He's done a lot of great things in this building.
Talk about how far Julian Broderson has come.
Well, he's come a long ways in the scale, right? He's a big dude. You don't even recognize him. He's gained some weight, and he's going to get tested here this next year. I'm really curious to see how he performs at 197 when he gets thrown into the fire, because so far these first 2 dual meets were, they were what they were, but it's going to change dramatically here next Sunday, dramatically for Sunday, and then we leave on Wednesday for Las Vegas for the Cliff Keen invite, and that's going to be something else. So we'll find out what he's got then. But I really like what I've seen lately.
How are you feeling about your starting lineup as far as like 133, 141, 149?
We got a lot to figure out there yet. We had 6 guys win an open tournament at Grandview yesterday, and then I think a couple in the freshman-sophomore division, and so. We got, in fact, Thursday night we're going to do a lot of wrestling off. We probably have 5 or 6 weights we're going to wrestle off Thursday night just to see who we can get to be the number 1 guy and, give everybody a fair shot at it, and then move forward and see what this team looks like as we get into the second semester.
What went into, I don't know if you would know, but the decision for Swiderski to wear Paniero's singlet?
I just think he probably lost his. No, I'm not sure. I don't know. Those guys trade singlets like they trade shoes, so I noticed that yesterday.
How did you feel about the turnout tonight for your home opener?
I thought it was great. A Sunday night at 6 o'clock. I thought it was a great crowd. People don't want to travel too late on a Sunday night. We really tried to get this at 2, and then we would have had to double the crowd, but basketball had a game at 12, so we couldn't get it at 2. We really wanted to have it at 2 because that's kind of our prime time because, we got fans all over the state, and a 3-hour drive's not a bad deal if it's at 2, but at 6 it's kind of late. So ESPN ratings are probably up. So, all right, thank you all.
Thanks, Coach.
I'll get, let's see, what do we got? We bringing in Gaitan.